Come on. I don't know why it does this every time lately. Hello everyone, this is Wolfe. Welcome to more Minecore. I keep doing that. Welcome to more Minecraft. I almost did it again. Minecraft Let's Play. So today we're going to be doing a bit of resource collection. I planted a few trees last time, and as you can see, they have grown up nice and big. So, why? It's not working. There we go. Okay. Sorry, trying to make sure that the replay was working at my end so I could see things. So, first things first today, I have a bunch of trees to chop down. So let's go ahead and grab the axes I'll need to chop these down. Jungle log, spruce, dark oak, all of these are extremely useful to me right now. And if you'll remember from last time, I was able to locate a mine shaft underneath the base. That was kind of a lucky break, I'm not gonna lie. But, oh well, we got what it was. So I think I'll chop the spruce trees down first. Yeah, that's probably the best place to start with these. So, because spruce wood is the next big one I'm going to need a lot of. So a lot of the interior is going to be spruce, while I will use dark oak and jungle for their various color accents on the exterior of the build. So, today the main focus is going to be getting the next couple of phases of the build going, including, ideally, increasing the height. Not quite ready to the point where I'm going to work on the roof, so the roof is going to be unfinished a bit, but, you know, we'll get where we can. And if I have the time today, I will definitely be digging down to the deep slate level, because I need deep slate for the roof. I'm sorry, it's just too beautiful of a block to not use for the roof. So, that said though, I can use spruce so well on the interior. I'm actually really quite happy and looking forward to that. Alright, so this is the top here. Fun little fact about spruce trees, and pretty much any double tree, there's always going to be that one block at the very top. So, especially with the double wide ones. Let's be careful about this and not, fall to our death. Oh, there we go. So, with that, that's one of the spruce trees down. I've got one more, and then one dark oak, and 2 jungle trees. Which I'm not gonna lie, I really needed this wood. My supplies are starting to get a little bit concerning in their level. But, that's part of the game here, and eventually I'll have tools that'll make the collection of wood so much easier. I'll eventually have a wood farm I can just pump saplings through that will have TNT duping going on and all that stuff. But right now I just want to get my starter base done. I want to get it done, and right now the limiting factor is the limited amount of time I have to stream versus resource collection. So since I want to do as much of this on stream as... Oop, there goes my axe. As much of this on stream as possible, that's going to be slightly tricky at times. Everything's so far going really well, though. So, and I'm going to apologize in advance. I'm going to have to, at some point, kind of get a bit quiet. I'll try to do it in a place where I'm really safe. And then I'm just going to talk for a bit, and I won't be doing much building because I have to eat dinner. So, we ordered dinner, and for whatever reason, the delivery person keeps changing. So, I don't know. It's not like I'm Karen or something. I didn't offer a tip. There was a tip included. It's a decent tip too. It's like, come on. But oh well. I understand how these things go. With that said, I do not believe that 2 spruce trees worth of wood will be enough for what I need on the interior of the build. So this is just the beginning of the spruce. I'm probably going to need to plant at least 3 more of these double-sized trees. So, yeah. Spruce is a wonderful, wonderful block, and it is wonderful wood to collect in large quantities. But it is also... the other dark oak grew, so I've got that one. But it is also one of the ones that is just the most annoying at times. I'm just going to go ahead and knock out these right here. So we'll have them taken care of. And then for the jungle trees, I can cheat. I can use the vines to go up a bit further. And yeah, I really like the idea to use the jungle tree, including both the bark and the strip. It'll work. It'll work quite well. Anyway, okay. So I hope everyone's having a great week. Oh, we're at the top of this tree already. This is a short one. I don't know, my week's been hectic as hell, but, you know, that's how it goes. So, that's how it goes sometimes. With that said, I've been surviving. I'm still here. Yeah, okay, the leaves are decaying. Didn't want to go too far up before I double-checked that. I already see one sapling has fallen, so that is definitely an advantage right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat by breaking those out. Oh, it's not going to let me? Okay, oh well. I tried to cheat and do something clever and it didn't work. So does mean, however, it's going to be a little bit trickier getting up this part, so. Oh. Stepped out on that side. I'm going to have to do something a little different. So let's just break up here. And there we go. All right. And just continue our way up here. So, unfortunately, or fortunately with jungle trees, you don't have to spend so much time fixing a mistake when you make one like that. It's a relatively simple mistake and easy enough to make. But it's fixable. And well, just like that, we're continuing onward. Is it getting dark? It's getting dark. Okay. Let me just finish this up. And it's not hardcore. I don't need to sleep every single night, so not going to be too fussed about that then. So I will sleep when it is convenient, though. And there we go. So, and this is producing a decent amount of wood, so I'm not complaining at all. There's definitely another one in there. There we go. So every so often you just sort of get the hang of how Minecraft logic works. Every so often. So I know I tend to have hit and miss results, personally. But, you know, eventually I'll get it. So, creeper blasts are one of the ones that I often have the most, like, really, moments with. Let's grab that. So. Anyway, continue working our way down. Let's grab this. This suspiciously seems like it's... Nope, it's got a log touching it, that's why. Okay. I'm just being a little too paranoid about this. That's okay. Back to the area where I originally restarted. Let's just go down as far as I can on these ones, and then just drill down like so. And I see another sapling. It's probably more. Oh, there's 3 saplings so far that I'm aware of. Alright, and decaying. Oh, there's another one here. There's a bunch of spruce ones over there. Need to make sure that we get the 8 saplings that we put into this back. So far we're at 5, but there's still a bunch more leaves to break, and there's probably stuff up on those leaves. Alright, let's go grab... There's 6. Well, I knew we would get enough spruce saplings, so I'm probably going to actually have to compost these or implement them in decoration within the castle. I don't know. Putting a great big old tree in a courtyard sometimes has a really good look. Sometimes. So far, need 2 more saplings. Alright. Most of those are still decaying, so it's the jungle trees that I have to be the most careful with. Oh, there goes that axe. I keep wanting to call it a hatchet. Blame the Boy Scout in me. So Yeah. It's like these things have their proper name. They are a type of axe, not all are axes. Anyway. Yeah. Anyway, just a little bit more wood to chop down here. I'll go around and replant once all the saplings have dropped. So, I know I probably don't need to have these tedious elements on stream all the time, but I do want to try and show off, not really show off, but show as much of the process on stream as possible. Oh boy. It's possible. It's possible. Already getting the dark oak saplings. Alright, let's grab this one now. But I think I'm going to end up with at a loss on the jungle saplings. That is just one of the ones that can be so tricky to maintain a large quantity of. Oh well. Live and just keep moving forward. You can always get more. Or I can anyway. So, jungle saplings, there's a jungle not far away. And the iron golem still over there? I don't know. Wait. Yeah, I see him. He's right over there. So, having him around's been kind of nice. Before I lit everything up anyway. I wasn't making too much of a mess. I see one sapling. I'm checking around here just on the safe side. Nope. Nope. I think I'm going to end up with sapling short from the jungle trees. Well, it's not the end of the world if it happens, but it is a bit annoying. So, that I can certainly replant spruce and dark oak. So, that's the wrong one. Let's go ahead and replant the spruce real fast. And definitely getting dark oak saplings. Why is it that sometimes I'll knock down an entire tree, a dark oak tree, and get like 2 saplings, and other times I'll get 10 or 12? I know it's random chance, but come on. Ha! There's the 8th sapling. I can replant the jungle trees now. Okay. That's... yeah. Yeah. it was that important. I just realized I placed those in the wrong corners. I'll have to fix that. So... gonna have to fix that. Let's go here. And just plant them where they're supposed to be. Technically could have left the other ones there, but... don't want to do that. Did not really want to do that. Let's go around here. Just on the off chance there's yet another jungle sapling that's fallen. Nope. Nope, no luck. Oh well. Grabbing these items. So. Yeah, see, I've got a total of 8 spare dark oak saplings from all this. Which is fine. So let's go in here. And I will be doing a bit of terraforming around the whole thing, but I don't think I'm quite there yet. Just toss the saplings in here, the woods. I need that iron. There we go. Jungle wood. I need the iron because of these guys. This is producing. Oh, a wool farm is going to be such a valuable resource when I finally get up to it. So, because you can do so many things with wool. And the fact that it's got varying colors in the texture is just super valuable to me. All right, I gone ahead and sheared my sheep. All right, let's go here. Okay. Now the next section of this is going to be so the interior is still going to remain the same diameter. It's not going to reduce much, because I want to have all this space for decorating the interior. With that said, what we need now is a lot of the cracked brick, and some more cracked brick there. And I think I'm going to make some more stone bricks, so let's go ahead and do that real fast. And the smooth basalt will also get used here in a bit. So let's do it this way. There we go. Alright, but for the moment, I'm just going to start adding in layers of the cracked brick. And that's it. The layers of the regular brick and the cracked brick. That's it for now. So, and there's a method to this madness. Yeah, it is slight madness. So, initially, I'm going to be using a lot of the cracked stone brick to pair the aesthetic of what I put along there. So, for the most part, there's going to be spaces that will have a bit like so. But in order to make this look just right, I'm going to go around and place the cracked stone brick as the first layer, and then I'll start working my way up. Oops, that's the wrong place. Here. For this, I want to leave these spaces clear. And did I leave it clear over here? I did. The reason being is that's going to be an element that will extend upward. So, but that's when I work on the outside to do the roof. Okay. Now let's fill in the gaps with the regular non-cracked brick to create that alternating textured look. And it really does help build everything up, help make it all look smoother. So, that there, one there, there. And this varying process, you can do it as many different ways as you want. Now, I know I said I would put a window here. I will. I just need to knock this wall out at a certain point. So when I get there, it'll be quick and easy. And this is actually a bit taller than that section there, so I'll have to play with that. That's okay. That is okay. Also trying to keep an eye on things over there, but yeah. So, and don't be afraid. I made a mistake. Yep, I did. Don't be afraid to fix your mistakes when you locate them, for starters. But don't be afraid to kind of vary things a little bit. So. And I'm also intentionally using a lot of the cracked stone brick for this, as I know that it'll present well when spread out. That there, and there. So, and again, this is just intended to be truly random. Yeah, there will be some times where you'll see patterns like that. It's gonna happen. The human eye likes to catch patterns. So, let's do that. Like so. Let's put that so, like so, and like so. So, like, as you can see, it's coming along. Now, I'm going to go up probably another 7 blocks past this point to continue this portion of the tower. So, I want it to be a relatively tall tower. So, in terms of design for the castle, there's going to be the main keep over that way, and then the large section of courtyards and support buildings and stuff in between. And then on this side, this is going to be the tower for the Lord, so to speak. So, yeah, the citadel is there's gonna be a citadel, but that's defensive. So you don't live in a citadel. I mean, well, you could, but I mean, why would you limit yourself? That's what's available in the Citadel, which is built for a siege. So, all right. So here's the part where things get a little bit tricky. And one of the things that you can keep in mind when you're placing blocks and trying to create this alternating pattern, or this saturation of textures and colors pattern, is that just let them go. Don't feel like you need to control every little aspect of how each block is placed. It may seem like I'm doing something specific here, and I'm really just like, random number, let's try that. That really is all there is to it, honestly. So, I want to... definitely want to place that. Place on that one, and I'm out of crackstone brick. So I'll definitely need to make more, and I probably will need to make more. I think this next section is going to clean me out of brick, but that's okay. That's really okay. And this is 3 blocks tall. I wanted it to be 10, so giving you an idea of just how tall this next section is going to be. All right. Let's go along here. Place that one there. And yeah, it may seem tedious. It is a little bit tedious. But in the end, the effect is so much worth it. So... and cap it off with a cracked one. And now this is going to have kind of a stark transition here. There's going to be a floor here. That's why I wanted it on the one end for it to dip down a little bit, make the tower look like it's a little older, little less refined of a design. So, I've got another jungle tree already grown. Let's drop down here. And let's break this temporary scaffolding. I've got regular scaffolding I can use, so I don't need this here anymore. Go around. All right. Put this here, and this next thing I'm just gonna have to go really quite high up with the scaffolding. All right. Now I need to go 7 more beyond this point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. That'll be the height of this next section. Now, it may seem like this room is going to get really busy. It will. But that's a good thing. So, I may not have enough stone. Yeah, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. Toss those in there. And then let's go grab some more stone from the surrounding area. So I can use this as an opportunity to... I should probably have another pickaxe on me. This one will not last very long. So, let's drop 2. Let's have 2. 1 second. Alright, sorry. Thought I heard something. Okay. While those are being smelted there, I'm going to have to go around here. And one of the first things I'm going to do is take out this section of terrain here. It's not really doing much for the castle, or for the build, and right now it's just in the way of the nether portal. So, I'm going to shave this down a bit. And this will give me the cobblestone that I can then... There goes my pickaxe. Why is the game so quiet? Let's just up the volume a bit. There we go. I don't know why I couldn't hear the blocks being broken. So, it's just some weird sound that was, or lack of sounds actually, it was bothering me. So for this, I'm actually going to have to fix this at a certain point, so I'm going to go ahead and knock this out. And I think along here I could fix that as well. So, actually, one moment. Alrighty, sorry about that, and also that is the reason why I will not face cam. So the food just got here and everything was messed up. So, anyway, let's go ahead and finish clearing out this bit of stone here, and then we can let this smelt. But yeah. Now they, yeah. Frustrating. But whatever. These things can be overcome. Just gotta give it a little bit of patience. Anyway, I hope everyone is having a decent progress to your week. So, no, not everyone is having a great week, but oh well. So, also, recent event. So they finalized some of the damage from the tsunami. Yay. That's nowhere near enough. Go ahead and shave. So if you're wanting to do some terraforming and make it look natural, don't feel afraid to make straight lines. But you can kind of get away with it as long as the straight line makes sense. So for example, right now I'm just making this ledge larger, but I'm also giving it the ability to still be one block jumps. So, but you can then break that up by having sections that are punched in like this. So, and this is in an effort to avoid people creating perfectly symmetrical pyramidal designs when terraforming, which does happen. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it is also a common mistake. And quite a few people just kind of live with it when they accidentally do it. And it bugs me. I'm sorry, it does. And there's one particular YouTuber, and yes, he's a hermit that does it, and it's like, please stop, please. So, but oh well. Perfectly straight lines have their value, have their uses, so don't use them everywhere. So, all right, now let's go ahead and let this stone smelt a bit, so I have more to work with later. I know it's not much at all, but we're making progress here. So I'm going to take a quick little break, Q&A section, so to speak. I'm going to eat my dinner. Wow, that's messy. Oh, that was very messy. Okay, this is... I'm going to have to try not to get my hands all completely gross. So... Anyway. So one of the important things to remember when creating an interior is the same thing when creating your exterior. You want to have depth. So, I just took a couple of bites so far. One of the things that I want to do is have a clear delineation. Yes, I know that's a word. It's an okay word. Clear delineation between the areas that are going to be used in this build. So that's why I have the straight line here, but not here. This whole area is going to be opened up, whereas this is going to have the floor along it. So the edge will be kind of hidden. And then the roof element on the outside blends the whole thing together. So it's a couple of steps in the process. But if you take the time to actually plan out the steps fully, it makes the process so much more smooth. So, and it also saves you time in having to break blocks and go up and down and back and forth when you find something you don't like. You can just remove that one element instead of having to dig it out. Or pillar up or scaffold up all the way to where it is. So, lots of bamboo. I could consider fueling the furnaces with that. Could. But, now imagine, I want everyone to imagine running along this layer here is a floor that wraps around with a large atrium open in the center and open towards that face. Think about what you could do with that space. So, and then I'll tell you what I'm going to do with it. Alright, sorry about that. So, just half my dinner. So the floor along here, and you have the open space here that swings in a little bit, comes around here and reconnects, leaving a large open space. Oop, I'm in a hole. Large open space right here for larger decoration, or in my plan, a few very essential farms. Which can then be embedded in a water feature and carved into what will be a large gate here. So, I think that's going to look really quite good. Let's skip the night. That way I don't have to worry about running around. Oops. Let's go grab another pickaxe here. That's, oh, I can just toss those right into the crack section here. Alright. And let's grab a bit more iron. I'm going to go down and fill my inventory up with stone. Down into the little caves below. They should be well enough lit right now that I don't think they're a danger in the initial areas. Maybe if I go deeper or head towards the mineshaft, sure, but in these early areas, there's a skeleton already right there. Really? Must have been burning. It's the only reason why my unenchanted iron sword could one-shot him. That should work. And of course I'll use this as an opportunity to grab some additional iron and coal. Because it's only prudent to do so. Now when you're digging in a cave and you find something like this, break it, especially if you need the cobblestone. It will save you so much hassle later down the line. And you now have that natural, or you have that stair step there that is very useful as well. You've essentially solved two potential problems with one simple action. Or at least made a progress towards solving or preventing one of them. Now you've got this right here, and the vein continues deeper, so I'm just going to keep going. Now I'm going to hop in the hole and finish it off. This is a decent sized vein. Because it's getting so deep in here, I'm going to place a torch. This will keep it all nice and lit up, and so I can just walk away and I don't have to worry about this space again. Which is actually very, very important when building something for a larger, or when doing something like this underneath a larger base. Oh, level 25. Pretty soon I shall be level 30. Now, if I were really wanting to crank out the levels, nothing is better than nether quartz. At least from a mining perspective. Let's, should all be nice and bright up there. Let's grab that iron. I only grabbed that coal because I exposed it. Come on. There we go. Alright. Any particular good place? Yeah, I'm gonna say here. This is as good a place as I need to do a bit of strip mining. And I'm just gonna do cobblestone strip mining. Yeah, I know I could do a cobblestone generator, but at the same time, this is just, yeah. Cobblestone generator will make more sense if I have a less disposable means of mining them, such as TNT or the mending and efficiency diamond pickaxe. Something that I could just make it so faster and so much more efficient to use the cobblestone generator. Right now, it's not that big of a deal to do it this way. Oh, it's another cave. Okay. Found yet another cave. Spider somewhere. Definitely a spider somewhere. Yeah. I literally picked a random spot. I had no plans for this. Oh. That's a drop. But I've already been down there. This is good to know. Also, it's a good idea when you, in general, just to clear out caves and stuff like this when you have the chance. Okay. Now there's even less chance of hostile mobs spawning in and potentially causing me issues, so... Let's go ahead, go over here, and finish knocking out this wall. So... And then I'm just going to do a back and forth along here, opening up the space larger. I might convert this to dungeons at some point underneath the castle, or I might not. I really haven't thought that far ahead. I'm going to leave that bit of dripstone there. I'll come back for dripstone and whatnot. A dripstone farm is on the list as well. I don't... I want people to know that. Dripstone farm is on the list. I just broke a torch, didn't I? But it's... that's going to be one of the more complicated farms, because in order to make that work, I need slime block. So... Well, at least the design I want, which is kind of a variant on Cubfan's design. So... Yeah, I'm not wanting to go just overboard with large amounts of pistons, because yeah, dripstone is an expensive block to produce because of the time investment. So, I want to make sure that I'm able to effectively mine it. So there will be a certain point in time when I'm building a large structure, and there's going to be this massive dripstone farm built into its foundations. So, I don't know, I might... See, I haven't yet located a swamp. That's something that actually kind of concerns me. Because if I could locate a swamp, then I could get slime, but I haven't located one yet. Oh. And in keeping with my promise that I made earlier, I will only fortune the copper blocks. So, one cannot touch those until I have fortune. At least intentionally. If I accidentally do something, okay, fine, whatever. But, yeah. Go over here. Grab these. Just keep going back and forth, gutting these long trenches through the stone here. Oops. That was a close one. And it may seem somewhat inefficient, but this is actually a really good way of getting cobblestone early on when you may not have a whole lot of resources. If you can spare a few pickaxes, there's no better way to get a large amount of cobblestone. Unless you just don't really mind creating super complicated stone generator, cobblestone generator type designs. But, don't want to have to try and play around with something like that, so I'm not even going to bother. I picked a mountain. I'm living on top of a mountain. Least I can do is harvest some stone from the mountain. So, with that said, it's being put to good use, though. Oops. Sorry about that. Bag of my food came in, kind of fell over. I still have a couple little mini corn dogs. So, oh yeah, we are definitely getting cobblestone. Like, well, lots of it anyway. There we go. And we're through the other side. And just cutting in, creating this space, plus a couple of other random blocks elsewhere, this has already managed to get me almost 4.5 stacks. So it has its uses, but it also tells you just how much material goes in such a small space. It really helps to helps you do or helps appreciate some of the larger builds some players have been able to accomplish. I'm looking at you. Oops, there goes that one. I'm looking at you, major terraformers and builders and whatnot. So, because the more, yeah, the larger you build, the more resources you need. So, I haven't done any preliminary estimates on how many blocks the castle I want to build is going to take. I can tell you right now it's going to be well over 200,000. Yeah. I don't hold back when it comes to some of my builds. Now, my limiting factors are more often than not the time in which I can gather resources and the speed at which I can do that. Anything else? I think when this pickaxe breaks, I'll be done because I need to go get more basalt as well. So for the basalt, I had two particular plans in mind for the basalt. So since it's smooth, it would make a very effective and fairly good roof tile material, but I actually want to use it as more of an accent in the structure of the castle. Just this darker gray with warmer tones anchoring the colder, lighter gray. I don't know. It'll be kind of complicated to explain, but it'll be a lot easier to show you, which is part of the plan today. Well, eventually. I don't know if I'll get to it today. So this kind of derailing and going to get the cobblestone is going to eat up time. But that's okay. Let's go along here. Definitely getting through this without any issues, though, so that's a good thing. So I'm already putting together a major game plan for Friday night. It will involve going into the Nether, and it will involve getting a couple of other things going. So for Saturday, I think I'm going to stream Space Engineers because I'm just kind of in a mood for wanting to build a spaceship. Yeah. Nerdy I am, in case you hadn't noticed. But yeah. So I'm going to continue in probably a 2 or 3 hour stream, the battleship that I've been working on, and then afterwards I might stream Minecraft in my co-op with my friend Cyro. So, but the daytime stream is going to be Space Engineers. So many different ideas. And that's one of the things that you can do if you ever find yourself kind of getting into a bit of a rut or kind of bored with Minecraft or any game really. Switch to another game that you enjoy for a bit. Take a break. Allow your creative juices to be used in a different way. So it'll have just as much cathartic effect. It'll burn just as much energy, but it'll allow you a chance to feel a bit different about what you're doing. And that is really valuable to do, especially for somebody for playing games. I mean, yeah, games are a release and or a method of diverting energy into it. They can be an escape. It all depends on the person playing the game. But at the end of the day, they still take energy, and whether from physical or mental exertion, that energy use is cumulative. So if you don't give yourself a chance to have those breaks, you do really end up regretting it. It is really not pleasant. So. And there goes that pickaxe. Okay. Let's go pop over into the Nether and grab a bit more basalt. Of course it's dark out. But hey, at least I lit up this area well enough that I don't think I'm going to have any issues. So. That corner up there still concerns me. There's not a whole lot I can do about it, though. All the way up here. use the opportunity because, yeah, kind of need to. And I honestly wasn't expecting this to be as productive as it is now, so. I know there's a chance of getting between 1 and 3 wool when you shear a sheep. So, there we go. One more. Okay. Yeah. But hey, it's not that much effort to actually do all this. So let's put all the cobblestone in there. Oh, got a bit more coal too. That should be fine. Put some extra fuel in here because it's going to be needed. Got some iron. We've got a bow, finally. Which, now that I think about it, I should probably take this into the nether with me. I'll take the scaffolding with me. I don't need the crackstone brick. I don't know why I still have that on me. Let's swap these over. I know I have more arrows. There we go. I'm going to skip the night. It just makes the most sense right now. Alright, I have just enough time to basically burn through this whole pickaxe. That's okay. Fortunately, I ended up in a Basalt Deltas biome. Which, yeah, I say fortunately completely unironically because it is actually really advantageous for me. So, you can remove lava with scaffolding, just like that. So, that's the main reason why I wanted to do that, though, so I could easily see stuff over here. And it doesn't take any special tool or effort to break the block of scaffolding, whereas if you put a block of dirt there, or another block of basalt, you now have to break it again. That's eating up durability. Scaffolding doesn't have that issue. So. And it will not burn. There we go. Insta-break. All of it. Now, when mining in a Basalt Delta biome, you do need to be very careful. Okay? I'm intentionally going through areas that I am double-checking the lava on. Okay? And if you don't do that, you risk mining into a lava source block that's buried in the wall. As, you know, you can hear all around you while you're in the Basalt Delta biome. But it doesn't take all that much effort to actually make sure that you're clearing these things out. So, you're taking that little bit of extra effort. So if I were to break this block, and break that one, see, we've got another large lava pool here. So that does tell me I can now ever go this way. See, more, and there's the fortress I saw earlier. So, I saw a couple episodes ago. So, but now that I'm up here, I can access and I can confirm there's no lava, or at least there shouldn't be any lava in this direction. So now I can mine this direction. Always be careful when mining up in the nether. Give yourself an out. So, in this space right here, for example, I can just do this. I don't need to worry about the blocks inadvertently falling in the lava because I removed most of the lava. There's none in the immediate vicinity that could catch it anyway. Now for the magma blocks, yeah, I'm just going to kind of ignore those right now. They will be extremely useful at a later date, but not right now. Perhaps when I get to the point where I'm making a slime farm, yeah, sure. I will covet every single one of those blocks that I have, but, you know, that's going to be that's not going to be all that difficult because I'm in a Basalt Delta here, so. It's like a Basalt Delta and a Soul Sand biome. like half and half, and then there's Crimson Forest over there, and if I continue through the Basalt Delta biome, I'll eventually hit that fortress. Ah. So I'm also going to go over here a bit. So. Probably get away with removing one more layer up here. Down there. I'm gonna see about removing this. There's a block. There's lava up above that, so I need to be careful here. So, a forewarning and common myth: these will stop, and there will be nothing more, no more cavities underneath them. False. These shafts can stack on top of each other, and I think this block is at the base of one such shaft. So I'm going to go ahead and break it, and we'll see what happens. Okay. Saw a lava source block up there. When the block glitched out, it was probably a bit further up. Oh, there it is. You see that red flash? It's something you just have to be very much aware of when doing any kind of work in a Basalt Delta. With that said, the rewards certainly are worth it, because you will get so many resources. So, and the 2 blocks they introduced in the Basalt Deltas in 1.16 are some of the best blocks to build with when you're going for a complicated color palette. I mean, the Blackstone allows you to blend anything that is light and dark. So if you use it correctly, oof. More power to you. Alright, let's go ahead and see. See, there's another one up over there, so that's just one of the risks of the Basalt Deltas. You gotta be careful. As long as you're paying attention to that and you are taking care, you'll be fine. See, there's another one right there. So now I'm gonna go down over here, grab this. And this is probably another little deposit I could dig into, but I'm not going to worry too much about it right now. Work my way along here and grab these. And then I'm going to go back this way and do the same thing, shaving off this layer. So, and there is no rhyme or reason to how the lava pools in a Basalt Delta form. There have been countless times I've seen somebody posting a video or somebody talking about it or this or that theory. There is no rhyme or reason to the way they are. It's literally luck of the draw. I don't know exactly how the code for Minecraft works for this, but if I were coding it, it would literally be one of probably 20 or 25 different terrain generation commands, and then I would overlap them as much as I possibly could. And there would be variations. You would get the randomness that you have already here. Oh, is that the first thing in Netherrack I picked up? Oh, there's the lava ocean. So, this is giving a really good view, because you got the fortress in the distance, in the Basalt Delta, which extends all the way up here, and you've got this Soul Sand Valley right here, that apparently the fortress also goes to, and then the Crimson Forest in the distance, which, to make an iron farm, I'm going to have to go over there, so that will be a part of the Nether expedition on Friday. This pickaxe is getting down there in durability. Let's just go ahead and see how far I can go with this before I start running into places where I have to say, okay, I'm done. Let's break this. Go down a block. Oh. And just... Oh! That's 1 block thick. So I can't go that way. Let's go over here. So I could break it and go pick it up from another angle or do something else like this. But yeah. Oh. And just with all of this basalt. Okay, let's go this way. With all of this basalt and the basalt deltas, yeah, you can make a basalt generator, and there's nothing wrong with doing that. I'm not quite there myself in the resources, because blue ice requires silk touch, but that's fine. There's an enderman nearby. Hey, dude. Okay. He's just following me. Okay, that's a bit more basalt in there. And I'm getting smooth stone now, which just great. Well, let's spread this out a little bit. Use the opportunity while that all is being generated to do a bit of building. Across. There we go. And I think I need to toss this in here. I'll keep that on me, because I should definitely keep that on me. Oh, I need to make another pickaxe. And this. So let's just, while those smelt, let's just go around and place blocks. So this is by far the most time-consuming aspect of the whole thing, but also one of the more rewarding ones. So if I'm going to go up a total of 7 more blocks, then I need to go up 2, 2, 2, 1. So right now, I'm not going to be doing anything other than this 2, 2, 1 phasing. I'm not sure why my mind just completely went blank there for a second. Oops, I accidentally placed an extra block. So extra blocks happen. So that said, if anyone has any questions on what goes into my thought process for building right now, I'm actually thinking about additional resources, additional colors I can add into the center of here, because I was originally going to do a tree, then I realized I don't like the look of podzol inside a structure. Outside, it can look great. Inside, no. Not unless your theme is to go for a very brown carpet or like a stable. You're gonna run into the same concern that I immediately see, and that it's going to seem like you're just trying to keep the space dirty. And that can't exactly be exclusively a bad thing, but it isn't necessarily a impression that everyone wants for their build. So, with that said, I'm now leaning towards maybe creating either a custom tree or going with the initial idea I had of doing kind of pirate mast type thing in the center. I don't know. If anyone has any comments or anything on that, I'm more than willing to hear some feedback. Here. So, and I know there's a lot of alternating theories on how you can place blocks to create some variation. I didn't look at him. That Enderman startled me for a second there. So, because as I build up and head my way towards him, I know I'm eventually going to place something just in the area where it will clip his head. I'm trying very hard not to do that right now, though. This. Oh, is it raining? Yeah, it's a rainstorm. Okay, then. I have particles turned down to pretty low because they tend to distract me quite a bit when I'm trying to play the game, so I'll turn them up if I do anything cinematic, but for the most part they're going to stay low. Alright, and that's one more ring done. Decent, yeah, so let's just keep going. So... a couple of creepers, I see some... I think that's a skeleton over there. A creeper, several zombies. Oh, is that a total of 6 creepers? No, just 5. Oh, there's 2 more just appeared. Oh, that's not a meadow, that's the creeper fields. Yeah. Let's do that, yeah. Don't want to oversaturate. I don't want to make it seem like it's not intentional. Well, overall, I mean, so, if you're looking at it, the randomization that I'm doing is actually kind of creating these bands, okay? And they tend to go around here. But it's not uniform. Only so often do you see these perfectly straight lines forming like that one, or there's kind of one right there, definitely one right there. It's not supposed to be like that. If I wanted to create something like that, oh, it would be very, very symmetrical, and it would probably drive my eyes nuts. So I have this set up so that way I can see the very subtle details, and I can see how it drags across the screen. So, and hopefully I won't be making anybody's OCD go off or anything when I say this, but sometimes having those extra little bits of effort in there, just so I know where things are supposed to go, and how they're supposed to look, and what it's supposed to blend into, it helps quite a lot. Keep my eyes from having issues. So, but it does lead to this kind of pseudo-randomness that is very infuriating to some people. So, speak as somebody who has a sister who's one of those people. Ugh. And she's a painter, too. She's a fairly good painter, and I know she's subscribed to my channel, so I'm probably going to get a phone call. No, it's fine. But as it is, it bugs my eye if it's all perfectly straight lines. And there are points in this where it just kind of breaks up, so that's the point. Eye is looking for patterns. When it finds one, it latches onto it and starts trying to find more of that. So my eyes just unfortunately get really, really tired when doing that. And they don't really like it. So let's do that. Here. that. And I know it's somewhat of a factor of the direction which I'm moving around in here, but I mean, yeah, there's 3 or 4 different ways you can look at it, and I just choose to look at it in the way that makes it seem like it's more structural. So that makes it seem like it's more intentional, but unintentional. Intentionally unintentional. That's the thing. Alright. Should have more stone. Perfect. A couple more stacks, like so. Let's grab some more cracked stone brick. My cat really, really wants in my room right now. I do not know. No, I know exactly why, but so he gets anxious. Right, that should be enough to finish the next row, which is the 3 row. I'm hoping it's enough. Well, let's find out. It is 8:11 my time, so yeah, I'll go all the way up. So, and yeah, we'll have one more after this one. So, so yeah, on the weekdays I try, except for Friday, I try not to stream too late, just because I have to get up early for my job. So, if I didn't have to be at the office at 7 a.m. or earlier, yeah, sure, I wouldn't mind too much. But nope, I'm that guy who's at his desk at 7 in the morning and has already gone through half a dozen emails and is preparing to make the first phone call of the day. Or write the first report or work on a project. I know, I'm a pushover. So, well. Someone, okay, my cat really wants in my room. Hang on a second. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Kitty cat is now in my room. He is purring and trilling, and usually that means he's in good mood. Oh well. Do you have an anxious day? Is that what's going on here, Mr. Kitty Cat? Don't know if you can hear him, but yeah, he's talking. So, I don't know how, but all my cats are talkers. So, all the cats I've had are talkers. This one just happens to be a different type of talker than many of the others, but he's all still fairly young. Well, no, I've had him for 3. Yeah, I've had him for more than 3 years. He was about a year old when I got him, so yeah, it's actually he's not a young kitten anymore. So, and he just gave me the most betrayed look ever. Oh. He's a silly bum. He is. So. Over here. And just keep going along, so. Creating those little zigzag patterns. But again, this is something that is being created, or this is something that's being created by your eye. Okay? In reality, this is just a series of cracks that don't connect. But the eye perceives them, because they seem to be in a straight line, it perceives a pattern, and it starts trying to find more patterns. and it finds another one right there. Okay, and it's just the eye doing what it does. So, pattern recognition is fairly important for the way our vision works, and the eyes remind us of that every day. All right, I've got enough. I could probably go around and finish off this last row. So let's get going. So, you are wanting to add detail by alternating blocks and placing them one layer at a time. Don't get caught up in trying to make sure there's a certain number of blocks between the variation or anything. You'll end up psyching yourself out because you're thinking, is 3 enough? Is 4 enough? Is this 4? Or wait, at an angle, is it 4 or is it 5? That will distract you, okay? Just don't care. Just start placing blocks, randomly change it. But preferably place the blocks where they need to go. Randomly change up where you're going to be placing them, and try not to use your shovel to place a stone brick. That happened. That was strange. A little bit of input lag. I don't know. I was pressing my keys and my character wasn't moving. Like I was up against a wall in the game. So. And with that, we now have the center portion, or the central shaft portion ready. We can bring up some of the details from the exterior here, such as the dark oak logs. Those are going to continue going upwards. So let's go ahead and go down here. I can use the scaffolding to get access, and then we can add the stripped dark oak logs in the next step. So let's put all this stuff back in here. It's still doing its thing. It still hasn't gotten to the basalt yet, so got plenty of that, and got plenty of the dark oak logs, so I think I have enough. Oh well, we'll find out. If not, I did see the other dark oak trees have regrown, so. Now, the way that I'm going to do this is with a 2-stage system to get up there. I'm going to have one here. Let's go up to that. We're going to go up here and find a place roughly equivalent to where the scaffold is on the inside. That is also an area that's not going to get covered. And then we just have this. So let's go ahead and start placing these. And I'm going to do the same method I used before, which is the jump and just hold right click. There we go. Now it's stripped all the way up and took very little effort. Now we do the same thing for this one. Oops, that's in the wrong place. And see? Bringing this line up. Now, an important thing when building height, okay? High things almost invariably have vertical lines going from top to bottom. There's a reason for that. It helps draw the eye upwards, and it drags out the size and the shape of what is being seen within the mind. Okay, so the mind perceives it, and the eye gives it the instructions to perceive it this way as being a much taller and longer thing. So if you have vertical lines, it can, and often does, add a certain vertical appearance to your build. So, and make it seem taller than it actually is. So, A good example of this is the Golden Gate Bridge. The towers on the Golden Gate Bridge have these lines cut into them in an Art Deco style. Well, that serves two functions. So, first one is it breaks up and varies up the shape for wind resistance, but the second is that it also helps make it seem much larger than it actually is. So, which is also beneficial to have. Not gonna lie, it's not gonna lie and say it's a small thing for there to be such a large bridge being built in the United States in the 30s when it was. That was a feather in the United States cap to have that. No, it was mostly done that way for engineering purposes. It made it, broke up the wind, created a bunch of different little subvortices and stuff of when wind would hit it, so that way it wouldn't be as damaging on the structure. But it also helped make it seem taller. So that's going up 11 from that point. So yeah, I'm not going to be able to finish this off, but I've got some dark oak trees over there that I can go harvest. So that's good. And the sun's going down again. That's okay. Got that one, so... Alrighty. Let's go grab those... I know, I'm being a daredevil. Let's go grab that wood. So... Right here. Probably won't have much of an axe when this is done, so should make another one real fast. Alright. Oops. Oh well. Small thing, very small thing. And I'm just going to chop down two. Oh, everything's grown. Alright, I could go around and harvest these completely if I wanted to. Oh. I don't think I'll do that now. Oh. Nah, I'm not going to have the time. I just want to get the first little bit of detail that I'm working on right now done, and then I think I'm going to call it. So I should have enough once I'm done with this one tree, actually. It's a large enough tree. So, just to continue placing the, well, actually I forgot about those two. Yeah, I'll have to chop them both down. So... That's okay. Oh, grass block. That could be interesting up here. Oh well. Much appreciated, Mr. Enderman. I just need to make sure the sheep doesn't eat it. Before it has a chance to spread. It can spread without being connected. I don't think it can. That's an easy fix. Let's grab another dirt block. Oh yeah, and this axe is starting to die. Alright. Just take down as much as I can. Alright, so there's only a couple of blocks that absolutely need to be in place for this to work. So if I do this, there, and that would allow that to begin spreading. Let's go work on the bit of the roof here. So it's kind of useful that I did them on the other side, so I don't show you what they look like from this side. Not until I get ready to show you from a distance will you see just how much taller it makes it seem. So, as this isn't, in terms of the heights of structures and what's possible in Minecraft, this isn't a very tall one. Why am I going that way? The wrong way. It's fairly short, to be perfectly honest. But has that happened? Okay. Yeah. Let's go up here. No, I need to go up to the exterior one. I promise I'm awake. I really do. Oh, alright. I've already got these two. I was about to start working on this side here. This has two. Yeah. Well, let's see. I'm just going to drop down. Alright. This axe is going to die. Yep, there it goes. So... Alright. Here we go. There won't be one on this angle, so the next one's down there. Ow! That did a lot more damage than I thought it would. Ow. Oh well. Alrighty. We've got all of them in place. So... now I just need to go down here, skip the night so I can go out a bit of a distance and show you all what this looks like and how it's added things. Now, this is just by adding it onto a flat surface. Okay? It's the first step in building up that flat surface. And I'm going to break this so I can grab these and use them. Platform for the distance. Alright. Skip. Alright. And let's go down this way. So, lots of things burning and dying over here. I'm gonna go this way. Maybe also view it from a slightly, well, actually, not really, because I don't want to see the hole in the wall. I got zombies there. Now I passed a creeper. There's a skeleton underneath there. Oh, I've got a bee's nest here. Alright, this should be good enough. Let's go ahead and use all these scaffolds. Burned to death. Okay, I'm intentionally keeping the tower's location out of view until I reach the top. You can see the reveal. Alright? This is just a progress report, but it makes everything in there seem so much larger with those vertical lines continuing straight up. Now, in a traditional castle design, there will be these enormous timbers initially that are helping hold it up until all the mortar can set. One of the more unusual myths surrounding how castles are built is that it's by laying one stone on top of another, on top of another, on top of another, in a continuous pattern going around and around over the course of decades, sometimes even generations. That's not entirely true. In roughly about the 13th century, it would take a lord with a decent amount of money, because you have to hire the labor for this, and you have to hire the specialized crew, probably about 6, maybe 7 or 8, but probably closer to 6 years to build a decent-sized fortress. And the way they do that is by taking down entire trees in these massive logs, and then using those massive logs. Pardon me. Sorry about that. I'm going to sneeze. And then using those massive logs to anchor in just this sheer mass of rocks they're piling together as quickly and almost sloppily as they can. Because the idea is the form that you're using to hold the whole thing together, with the mortar that you're putting in there and all these blocks around it, the wall isn't mostly stone, it's mostly mortar. And that's for 2 reasons. One, it allows the weight distribution to be more even, and therefore the wall to be somewhat stronger. But it also allows them to incorporate extremely strong elements like entire logs into the design without compromising a portion of that design. And the big reason why they would risk compromising it if they had anything else in there other than these gigantic... When did that happen? Oh, I know what happened. Oops. Oh. Anyway, using those gigantic logs, it allowed them to create the castle and then create custom carved from stone pieces as keystones, edge stones, cornerstones. That's what those terms mean. Okay? It's talking about those critical points within the design of a fortress or a structure. And it looks like most of the things that dropped from here despawned. Oops. Oh well. But, yeah. So, that's where those words come from. That's what they're intended to convey the importance of. It is actually that process of building such a structure. And it's not just castles they built this way. They built dams, they built retaining walls, they built... Well, they quite obviously used the same technique, just with slightly different variations, to build even larger and larger structures. Well, this is that kind of at play, just in a fantasy setting. I'm incorporating the elements that they would incorporate into it to add in that layer of realism. So, how are we doing here? Are we actually smelting the basalt? Oh, still in cobblestone. I'm gonna grab a couple more. Oops, I can't count right now. Couple more dark oak saplings, and go plant some more dark oak trees. As clearly dark oak is something I need to actually probably plant even more of, but I think I'll keep planting 2 at a time for now. Especially since I just lost a bunch of saplings. I don't know how many would have been dropped, but probably at least 5, so... This is why I have a reserve of saplings, because I just know some of them are going to get lost. No. No. What happened to the iron golem? No. We are not having this song and dance again. We are not having this song and dance again. We are not having this song and dance again. No. Get in the boat. Huh. No, not happening. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. That must be a quick charge crossbow, for fuck's sake. Alright, dude, you brought this on yourself. Yes, I'm going to get a lava bucket. That's the captain, I don't want to have to deal with that. So, I don't have to deal with a raid. Again. I'm still pissed that that happened. It killed all but one villager in the village. Alright, and here's our lava pool. There we go. I know I keep using this lava, but hey. If I get to the point where I'm able to start decorating with lava, I'm going to have an iron farm already. With lava buckets all over the place. So, let's go this way. That happened. Did he walk into it? Okay. Alright, that works. He must have walked into it or something. Yeah. So now I have lava buckets for when I need to do that again. Which I hope doesn't happen. And yeah. So with that, I am going to call it a night. So the base is coming along. I think pretty much this base is going to be done if I have extra time to stream on Saturday. If not, I will do a special stream on Sunday because I really want to get this done so I can start moving on to some more interesting projects. So, not that this isn't interesting, but I just want this to be an anchor where I can then put other projects into. So I just want to move on to a more interesting, for me, stage in this. So, with that said, thank you everyone for tuning in. I very much appreciate it. This has been Wolfe, and have a good night.